Did you know that in ancient Rome, gladiators were not only known for their bravery in combat, but also became the stars of their time? They were the rock stars of their era, coveted and admired, even by the most puritanical women of Roman society. Today, in this video, we dive into the fascinating world of Roman gladiators. We're going to uncover the secrets they kept, from their humble origins to their place among Rome's elite, including curious practices like the use of their sweat and blood as aphrodisiacs. But that's not all. Get ready for some surprising stories that will change your perspective on these legendary fighters. If you're interested in discovering the mysteries of ancient Rome, stay with us until the end. Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any detail about Roman history. Let's get started. Although most gladiators were slaves or prisoners, some free men from the lower classes of society voluntarily sold themselves into gladiatorship. This was a drastic step, but not all gladiators were seen as low class. Over time, gladiators earned recognition for their bravery. Roman citizens began to admire them, even considering them the true stars of entertainment. Victories in the arena could turn a gladiator into a desired figure among Roman women, who saw them not only as heroes but as symbols of power and masculinity. But despite their fame, gladiators were still legally considered infames, people of disgrace, which placed them very low in society. They were treated like mere laborers, even if they were admired or desired by many. In ancient Rome, the blood and sweat of gladiators were not just signs of effort and bravery, they became luxury products. Gladiator sweat, collected during their fights, was considered a high-end perfume. It was stored in bottles and sold as an exclusive beauty treatment, especially among the women of Rome's elite. But it didn't stop there. Gladiator blood also had mystical value. In Roman weddings, there was a peculiar ritual. The sweat and blood of a fallen gladiator were used to bless the marriage. It was said that using a sword soaked in gladiator blood to touch the bride's hair would ensure a long and fruitful union, full of children. This magical symbolism tied to gladiator blood reflects how their presence in the arena went far beyond physical combat, turning them into almost mythical figures in Roman culture. Despite their low social status, gladiators had an unexpected role outside the arena. They were hired as personal bodyguards. These retired warriors, trained for battle, were perfect for protecting members of the Roman elite, especially during travel or in dangerous situations. But what truly made gladiators even more alluring was the desire they sparked. Many wealthy women not only hired them for protection, they also secretly had intimate relations with them. It was a phenomenon that added to the mystique surrounding these fighters. Gladiators became symbols of power, attraction, and danger. Their fame grew, and beyond simply being security, they became objects of desire among high society, who didn't hesitate to seize any opportunity to get close to them. Although rarer than their male counterparts, female gladiators, gladiatrices, did exist, and like male gladiators, they were highly sexualized by Roman society. These women fought in the arena, but unlike men, they didn't wear long tunics. They wore loincloths, which not only emphasized their bodies but also made them visually striking figures for spectators. The lack of a helmet also contributed to their sexualization, as their faces and hairstyles remained exposed, making them symbols of both beauty and strength. Female gladiator fights, though less common, were often held at private parties of the Roman elite, places filled with luxury and indulgence. These women didn't just fight for survival, they also served as visual entertainment for the wealthy and powerful, who enjoyed watching them not only for their skill, but for the provocative image they presented. One of the most fascinating stories involving gladiators and the Roman elite features Faustina the Younger, wife of Emperor Marcus Aurelius. According to Roman historians, Faustina was so taken by a gladiator during a parade that her passion became so intense it made her ill. The emperor, worried about his wife's health, consulted oracles to know what to do. The oracles advised that the gladiator should be executed, but before his death, Faustina ensured she was with him, even beneath him as his blood covered her, in an attempt to satisfy her desire. Though not entirely confirmed, this episode illustrates the intense fascination gladiators inspired in Rome's high society, to the point of unleashing uncontrollable passions. The story also shows how gladiator blood, charged with symbolism and power, was seen as a remedy for deep emotions. Gladiators in ancient Rome, though pushed to the margins of society, played a crucial role in Roman culture, not only as fighters but as symbols of power, sexuality, and desire. Through their sweat, blood, and bravery, they became almost mythical figures, desired by the elite and admired by the masses. Despite their low social standing, gladiators achieved something few could: fame, recognition, and the desire of the most powerful people in the empire. Their story, though brutal and marked by constant struggle, reflects the contradictions of Roman society, which both admired and objectified the very men it condemned to the arena. If you were surprised by what you learned about the gladiators and their impact on Roman society, don't forget to leave a super like, share the video, and subscribe for more content on the history of Rome. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.